All right, hey gang, I'm Coach Jeff Berger. We're at our dojo in Salem, Massachusetts, and I have some advice for you, and it's important advice, so I'm going to say it 3 times. You should learn to grapple. You should learn to grapple. You should learn to grapple. Besides the the actual techniques someone will show today that you could use in a self-defense situation, the physical and mental conditioning that you get out of grappling is surpassed by none. Wrestlers are the toughest athletes physically and mentally. Just when you're grappling, it's so physical that you have resistance training in every direction, right? It's mentally tough because, you're getting squashed. It's hard to breathe. There's so much, especially in the beginning, that, makes people want to quit, that, stick with it and suffer through it. And it just builds a mental toughness and a confidence with that. You hear about people who join Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or judo clubs or catch wrestling, whatever type of grappling, and it just changes their lives. The friends you make, the bonds you make, because you guys all suffer together, and the physical, mental toughness, the confidence, everything. Find a grappling school, learn to grapple. If there's no grappling school in your area, start a group. Get a few people together and learn and go slow. We're going to show you, some basic stuff today. At the end, I'm going to show you how to learn it, like how to accelerate your learning process with that, what to do with the things that you learn. The guys we have here today, Mark's had 1 jiu-jitsu class with me, and these two, Vinny and Jason, have had none. Okay, so that works out good because that's what this is designed for. This isn't designed for, if you're in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and you want to win at tournaments, this is not the material you need. This is what I start people off in our Krav Maga program. This is Jiu-Jitsu they learn for that. So this will be good for, like, if you are new to grappling, it's escapes from the, like the top 10 basic positions. But there'll also be some street twist into that, because I think the first Jiu-Jitsu you should learn is for the street. And what makes that different is, like today we're doing Jiu-Jitsu Houdini. It's escapes. That's the first part I think you should need to learn. So you can escape to get back up on your feet. So you could run away, so you could throw hands or grab a weapon or whatever, okay? As where a lot of people who are, if they're sport oriented, like I went to this other guy's seminar, and this guy is a jiu-jitsu genius, but every escape was, I pull guard, I pull guard, I pull guard, I pull guard, right? That's great if you're in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Guard's not the best place to be on the street. Plus we want to deal with things like multiple opponents, people punching you. So one of our big differences today that we're going to do is we're also going to learn how to disengage. Right, which is something most Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people don't do. They don't learn how to get back up on their feet. But before we get started, we have to learn some movements on the ground. These are good solo drills to do. They're good warm-ups and stuff. But first one I want you guys to do, you guys get on your back. It's going to be pretty easy, but it's also a good little warm-up for you. Get on your back. Bring your feet to your bum. Bridge, right? And get your feet really close to your bum, right? Sometimes I'll take a little jump. Right? Bridge. This bridge is really important. You can hold this for time to strengthen your back, straighten your butt, push your head into the ground, turn, strengthen your neck. You can even do some of these bridges where if you need the support, use support, but get up on your head. But this bridge, where you're up on your shoulders, this is one of your biggest escapes, okay? Next one I want you to do is called the shrimp. You're going to bring your feet to your bum, but instead of going up, you're going to throw your hips out to the side, okay? And I bring it back. So if you watch me, not only am I going to the side, but I'm also moving forward, moving up towards my head, okay? Okay. And the reason that helps is if you look at how high I am right now, okay? Everything about escaping is about making space, okay? So this is how high I am right now. If I lean to my side, I changed my height, right? I changed my width, okay? That's usually going to give me room to get a hand or a knee in there, right? Plus I'm also changing my location, okay? Next one I want you to do, I want you to come onto your belly, okay? And we're going to do something called threading. We're going to do arm threading and leg threading. And I'm going to teach this in a silly way. This is how I teach it to the kids. You've seen it because you kids take karate class. But that silly way helps you to remember it. So I tell the kids, do this. Lay on the ground and put your arms out. I want you to pretend you're a tree, and these are your branches, okay? And I'll say, can this tree roll? And they say no. I say, why? Because your branches are in the way, okay? So what I want you to do is take one of your arms and shoot it way across, okay? That void that you just made is easy for you to roll to. Now you have a pivot point, 1, 2, 3 limbs to turn over, okay? Now watch, even when we're turning back over, put your arm here. And see how you have to come over that bump of your arm? Come back on your back. Lift your arm up, roll over, right? I want you to be able to move on the ground efficiently, okay? So now take that other arm, shoot it across. Yeah, roll over. When you come back, don't have this arm here, shoot it up, okay? So, and we're gonna learn this later. If somebody's on your back, this is one of the ways you turn around. Now I'm gonna do some leg threading with that too. I shoot my arm through. Let's say, imagine somebody's on top of me. I can't get them off. I can't turn the rest of the way. I'm too old, I'm too hurt, they're too big, whatever. I shoot my bottom leg through, and now I turn over. Now when we turn back over, we're gonna use that same leg thread. I'm gonna shoot my arm up, but I'm gonna shoot my leg underneath to help me turn back over. Right? So now you're arm threading and leg threading forward and backward. Shoot it across, roll over, okay? Make that bridge, have your arm up in the air and shoot your leg underneath your other leg, and that's gonna help you turn back over, okay? While we're here, next piece we're gonna learn, you guys done yoga? We're gonna do child's pose, but we call it child's post. Bring your hands back to here. Come back to here. Then you would stand up, right? Because I want you guys to have efficient ways of getting back up on your feet. And we're gonna have what we call the kickstand, the quick stand, and child's post. So why don't you come back down on the ground, okay? Something else, so if you were doing a bigger jiu-jitsu program, like a full judo program or something like that, you'd also learn ukemi, which is all the falls. We're not gonna do those today, but it's an important piece, but also something you'd wanna take a long time to learn. Like before you do throws, make sure you have really good ukemi, okay? So bring your hands back. Sit back to where you could push yourself up. We don't need to get up every time. One more time. So if I was doing jiu-jitsu, judo fall, that's my ukemi, okay? Hands back, butt back, stand up, okay? Next one we're gonna do is the quick stand. So I want you to all sit like this. Sorry, I got a mouthpiece radio thing in my hip here. So I want you to do this. When you fall, and another thing, just you'll hear me tell the kids, this is a bad teacher. He's too nice. He doesn't point out your mistakes. The parking lot is the best teacher, right? Every mistake you make, he's gonna punish you. When you fall here, I don't want you to do this. Don't land on the tip of your elbow. On the mat, it's not gonna make too much of a difference. Out there, it's gonna make a difference. Watch what I do. I'm gonna turn my hand so I'm on the meat. I roll from this meat up to this meat. I roll down on this meat, up on this meat. I'll turn for that. I don't wanna land on the tip of my elbow. I can damage my elbow, I can hurt my shoulder. I roll, I stay on the meat. I use that momentum to rock up on this side. I rock down, I rock up on this side, okay? One of the other things you'll hear me say in the kids class, what's the best block in the whole world? Get out of the way. Some of this stuff is from our traditional jiu-jitsu, and you're worried about getting out of the way. You're on a battlefield where people have bows and arrows and spears and swords, and there's no referee that stops it when you tap, okay? Even when I'm doing this, I'm a moving target. But now I want you to take this roll, and I want you to do this. See how I'm moving my legs? Stand. And right now you could just take it there, but you know from here you could stand up, okay? I'm gonna tuck this leg, I'm gonna roll up to this side. Yeah. Good. So you can keep your feet on the ground, watch my feet. My heels kind of stay on the ground, and my knees flip, and that's my quick stand. Yeah. And it's a good little warm-up, right? Some of this stuff's a good warm-up. Let me see, Mark. You're a big guy. Everything, oh, no, you're really swinging your feet up in the air. Keep your heels on the floor for now. Yeah? And just rock back and forth. Ready? Plant your heels. Nope, put them apart. Okay? Bend your knees this way. Bend your knees that way. Roll. Yep. And roll. Roll and roll. Yeah. Good. Everything looks more uncoordinated on the big guy, right? Everything. Okay. So that's a quick stand. Next one I want to teach you is the kickstand. So I want you guys to sit down, one leg, kind of like you're at the park here. Okay? This hand that's up, or this leg that's up, have this hand up. Another thing, keep this foot free. So this other guy is supposed to be a famous instructor, teaching it from here. Your own foot's in your own way. This kick is shit. There's nothing on that kick. You're going to come up here, right? See the kids do crab walk? Okay? Boom. And see how I shift my weight? There's a lot of weight on that kick. Okay? So now, when you do that kick, watch where I put my foot back. So I have somebody standing here, I want to stand up. I don't want to get up like this. He's right there. He's going to, too easy for him to hit me. I'm going to kick him away, and look where I bring my foot back. So now I can stand up and be away from him. Give that a try. Kickstand. Yeah, this is a good little workout. This is good power core. Yeah. Good? Okay. Next one I want you to do, I want you to rock. Well, let's do this. When you're here, okay, I want you to turn. Turn. Turn the other way. I can even switch butt cheeks. Okay? So this is the sit and spin. And one of the things I want to do, if Mark's fighting with me, stand up. Okay? How tall are you?
6'2".
Boom! I can still almost get him in the, don't lean into it, but I can still almost get him in the face. This is where I'm going. Okay? But if I'm here and he's going to get around me, he's taking a couple of these. Now he wants to get around my legs, get around me. I can follow him. He changes direction, I can switch to pop my other leg. Okay? Try that little spin. Good. And you guys who have kids in karate, have them play with, give them a pool noodle and say, I'll give you a dime every time you smack me and have it a pool noodle. And have them keep away, right? Okay, I just moved this and I probably did it for the wrong move. I want you guys to do this one now. You guys know what a candlestick is in gymnastics? Where you rock back and you hold your legs up. You ever seen that? We're going to do something like that. I want you to rock up and rock down. Rock up, rock down. Good. Good. Right? One of the things I can be here. I can rock up and rock down here. But now I want you to kick while you're there. When I rock back, I can kick up hard. And when I rock down, I can kick out hard. Give it a try. Do some rocking kicks. Right. Okay, so now you got the kickstand, the quick stand, the rocking chair. And with that rocking chair, you can move. So now I want you to do this. I want you to try doing that candlestick, that rock, but then you're over here. And maybe he comes over here. Give it a try. Right, yeah, so move 90 degrees. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Next piece I want you to do, let me have Vinny here. I want you guys to do some kicks from the ground. He stands up. He's going to take a stance in front of me, right? Get up close. So besides doing this kick, okay, I'm going to have a foot behind. I straighten. Was this your bad knee? Right? Because we're not going to, he just had knee surgery, right? So, but we're not going to do any of these hard on anybody anyway, right? I can lock him out all the way to the ground, okay? Or I can bend him all the way to the ground, okay? He stands up. I'm not going to ask him to switch feet because he has a bad knee. I'm going to switch my side. I put a foot behind. My bottom foot's always the one that's behind. I put a foot in front. Straighten that leg out, okay? If I want to bend his knee now with this one, I have to do that, okay? Scissors kicks. Really slow. Give him a try. Mark him up so he can see. So both your knees are good? Okay. And I'm not going to do anything hard anyway. It's one of the things we talk about is safety. The fast road to badass takes a shortcut through dumbass. Go slow, right? Especially in the beginning when you're learning stuff. Besides getting hurt, coming into class and half of your attention span is being fearful and trying not to get hurt, then you're not paying attention to what you're supposed to be learning, right? If you're not in a safe environment, you're not learning, okay? I have 1 foot behind, 1 foot in front. I can lock this leg out or I can bend that knee, okay? He's going to switch his feet. I have 1 foot behind, 1 foot in front. If I want to bend it, I have to be the other way and this way. Boom, okay? Once he's down on one knee, yeah, just boot him in the ass, right? He'll fall over, okay? Go ahead, try that with your partner. Scissors. Yeah, so you guys come right in the middle and do this. Come right in the middle. Right in the middle, Vinny. I'm going to throw on a karate belt so I can rotate this mic better. All right, so you guys got all that down? So that's some of your ground movement, some of your ground kicks. Let's actually get into some of the positions. So 2 positions we're going to work on a lot is the mount and side control. Because like I said, we're doing this more for what's going to happen on the street. You know, what kind of holes is Jimmy the Crackhead going to put you in, right? We're not worrying about some high-level jiu-jitsu guy doing that. That's a whole nother, that's valid stuff, but it's a whole nother thing, not where you should start. So Vinny, I'm going to use you. Vinny's going to sit on me. This is the mount. Street-wise, I have to worry about him raining punches on me, okay? First thing we're going to do, first way I teach this to the kids and the adults, okay? You're going to bridge. That doesn't take him off. Same time I bridge him, I'm going to pull his hands out, okay? Now, he's going to want to post, okay? Come on back. I'm going to do this slow. You know the roll, right? Yeah. Okay? So I'm going to do what I call the swoop. I never pull him over my head. I pull him over one of my shoulders, and just before he gets his hands down, I take him out of the way, okay? And this is where you guys can be doing that quick stand to get away, all right? I don't want to do typical Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu escape. Come on up. And not that this is bad, okay? And we're going to roll that way. I'm going to bring his elbow in, right? And they roll. And now I'm in his guard, and we're doing guard things. I don't want to be... There's times to grapple with people when you don't want to hurt them. Maybe Uncle Ted had too much to drink at Grandma's birthday, and you don't want to drop elbows in his face. I mean, you do, but you shouldn't, right? Okay? But you're in a fight and you know your friends are going to show up first, right? I mean, there's reasons to grapple with people and reasons not, but I want you to have first to get up on your own, okay? So again, how we're doing that, okay? I'm doing the bridge. I'm going slow because he's new with this, so go slow the first couple times, right? Bring your feet to your bum. You're going to explode with that bridge. The same time you pull his hands out over the wall. Don't pull his hands down. So many of my kids do this. He's not going down because you're pulling right into his skeleton. Pull perpendicular to his skeleton, okay? And take him off that way. Swoop. Don't let him put his hands down. Go ahead. Bridge and roll. Come right in the middle, guys. Yeah, so Vinny on your back. And Jason on him. Yeah, so go slow the first time. It's probably been a long time since he's done a front roll. There you go. Yeah, Mark, come on up. And this is how we do it with the kids when you have an on-mat out.
I watch it every Tuesday.
Yep. Okay, good. So Jason, why don't you take Vinny's spot? And somebody sit on him. Yep, go slow in the beginning. And see how you followed him? Don't follow him. There's a tipping point where he's going to go, and that's usually when I roll the other way. Yep, go ahead, Mark, sit on him. There you go. Okay, Mark in the middle. And that big boom, I want that to come, that big boom when you're falling, I want that to turn into a nice roll. I want you to sound like a bowling ball, not a Rubik's Cube. There you go. See how smooth his roll was? Right? Nope, stay down. You get to go twice. 3 guys. You go twice. Okay. Now I'm going to give you another variation for that, Vinny. Something I like to do with this is I'm going to give him a little mini arm lock. See how I put this arm behind this one? Feel what's happening with that? So go slow, right? Don't arm lock anybody hard. When I'm here, I'm crossing his arms. So this outside one goes over, the side he's going to goes under, and I have this little arm lock. And you see how slow I'm going, right? I don't want him to land on his head or his shoulders. Jimmy the crackhead, land him on his head, okay? But Vinny in class, let's keep him at least till the end of the video, okay? I'm gonna go the other way now. I'm here. That could be his hand, it could be my hand, right? But I have that, it has to be above the elbow. Okay? Give it a try. That's one of my favorite ones, by the way.
Rolling on the side of the arm. Over.
Yep. You'll feel it, and if not, I'll let you feel mine. Yep. Thud. Your turn. Want those thuds to turn into roll. Thud. Yeah. That's all right, right? That's why we learn how to roll and how to fall, and we have the mat. We have the nice teacher. Go slow, yeah. There you go, good. You're next. Okay, Mark's down. There you go, good. And I'm trying to watch this, but I also don't want to be in kicking range. Okay, pretty easy, right? Okay, I want you to feel one because you were asking about it. Sit up on me. I'm locking this. So even without my bridge, he wants to go. So when I put that onto the bridge, yeah, and I don't want you spiking your shoulder so hard, right? Even on the mat, you can hurt your shoulder with that. Okay, next one. This is the first one you'll learn in most Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools, okay? I grab his wrist, I grab his elbow. I pull it to my center or a little past. Also, I want you guys to see how I'm behind his elbow. Okay, come on. Mark, come around this side. I'm not just here. Pull your arm out. He can. Pull your arm out. Yeah, right? I'm coming with it if he does, right? So I'm going to bring this down to my center. I'm going to bridge him this way, okay? Hopefully he'll just fall when it's for real, but he's going to be a tough bad guy for me. You're going to post with that hand. Boom. Now I take this elbow and I drive him the rest of the way. I'm going to turn this way for the camera. I'm going to trap his wrist, grab his wrist. I'm bring his elbow in, but see how I'm behind his elbow. I'm also past my center. If I'm over here, it's easy for you to slide your elbow in there and post it, right? I'm past my own center here. When I bridge this way, he can post. But now my elbow's right here. Think of the structure here, guys. He has nothing over there, right? And I don't have to follow him. See how I get him to that tipping point, and that way I can get up and go. Okay, mark one time so he can see. Okay. I grab this wrist. I grip behind the elbow. Okay, I'm going to throw him this way. He's going to post with his other hand. Okay, I have my elbow. Okay. He's a lot bigger than me, it still works. Okay, it's another thing that when I teach this stuff, I want it for stuff that works as much as we can regardless of size. You know, if you got Pee Wee Herman versus Hulk Hogan, there's a lot of stuff that isn't gonna work, okay? But the best we can is the best we can, right? Okay, who's down first? Yeah, go this way, that way I can watch. So you're gonna grab a wrist. Now, so grab it with your other hand. Now, reach, yes, so bring that elbow past your center. Now bridge him towards here. He's gonna pulse, use your elbow, push him rest away. There you go. Grab, pull that elbow down. Yeah, you bridge and he's gonna post. And if he pulls, you can use your elbow to keep him going. Next one down. Bring it down, bridge and post, use your elbow to drive him. Yep. Good. Easy, right? First day doing it, you can figure it out. So grab with the other hand, cross grab. No, I'm sorry, you had it right. Grab with the same hand, now bring it down, yeah? Yeah, try to get a little more past your center. Boom, yep. Yeah. Marks it on them. Bring that elbow in. Yeah, boom, good, okay. Next thing we got to work on, let's have Vinny up again. Something that street people do, some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people do too, is they're going to headlock you while you're down here. So show it and then I'm going to tap you to let me go. Okay, yeah, so we can still hear on the mic. What I need to do right now is I'm going to trap this hand, right? I'm going to trap it onto my own head. Now when I bridge him that way, he can't post with this hand, okay? I'm gonna have to use this arm too, okay? See how I don't follow him, right? I didn't pull him into guard. Later on, we'll learn that we have nice little arm locks here, right? Okay? Like, well, that's something we can play with later. Mark, so he can see. He has the mount, and he has a headlock. Just grab my head, okay? I'm gonna trap this hand so he can't post with it. I'm going to bridge and bump him with this. Right now, you see how easy that is to get. You could get that by accident, okay? But right now, we can just think about doing it. So when you're in class, do that quick stand to turn around and start grappling with the guy again, right? Give it a try. Mount, headlock. So he's sitting on you. He grabs your head. Put your hand behind you. Good. So you're going to bump him with this arm, right in the armpit. At the same time, you bridge. Yeah, and then rock towards me. And you could be back up on your feet if you wanted. Grab you in a headlock. Trap it to your own head. Bridge and bump with this. Yeah. Boom. Good. Okay. It's no fun to watch the big guy do it to smaller people. I was hoping Ryan was going to be here today because he's really small, but he's getting good at it, you know? And roll away. See how it's your tendency to roll towards people? Because you're in the fight. You're in the fight. You think, yeah, I'm going to keep going. And you would have rolled into the guard, which is, I mean, it's better than the mount, but it's still not a good position for you if the other guy knows what he's doing. Yeah, so come on back again. I want you to do that a little different because you'll get more power off this inside elbow slap than that push. So trap it to your head, and I want you to hit him with this, like you're throwing a punch. Yeah, remember we did that in clinch? Right? Remember that shot from the clinch seminar? Same move. Okay, come right down in the middle, Vinny, so we have some better light. Thank you. See, now we got the smallest guy versus the biggest guy. Boop, and it works, right? And you could rock away and stand right up. Cool. Now this is the first position we've had that was kind of claustrophobic. There's going to be more, okay? And this is one of the big reasons why people don't like grappling. Well, that's a really uncomfortable claustrophobic position. I agree. That's why I don't want to fucking be there, and I spend a lot of time learning how to get out, right? It's also a bad place to be if his buddies are smacking you in the head, right? That's why I say don't pull guard, you know, or don't go to his guard, Okay, I'm in his guard. He still has the advantage. One of his friends want to hit me in the head now. I want you to get up and on your feet if you can, okay? The next part we're going to do with the mount is what to do if he's punching you, okay? Which is something you're not going to get in BJJ class, right? Even when you take the jump from grappling to MMA, all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of grappling moves that don't work so well. Like people like to do, it's called the knee to elbow escape off that mount. You're going to come to your side, put both of your hands on his knees and push away, and your face is right now. You ain't doing that, right? Okay. So there's a couple we're going to do from punching. We're going to do a bump and a bridge. So he's punching, and I'm going to cover it. And you can't do this for too long, right? But you guys who do kickboxing know if that's a whip around coming around. See, I have to, if I see bicep, right, if that's a straight punch, it's going to be in here. But if it's a hook punch, I have to be able to see that and put it behind my head. The first ones I'm going to do when he's punching, right, is I'm going to try to keep punching. I'm going to time a punch, and I'm going to try to bridge. I hope he punches the ground, breaks his hand. That's the end of this fight. We probably aren't going to be that lucky, right? The other one I want you to do, right, keep punching, is I want you to knee him in the butt. If you do your left knee, he's going to go to your right. You need to go to your left. Don't knee and go the same way, right? He's punching, right? So knee him in the butt. Okay, so what's going to happen now is he's going to have his hands on the ground. Okay, and this is, so after that bridge or the knee, we need to learn how to deal with this. Okay, one of the ones I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up between his arms. Oops, if that was for real, right? Have we been in this position before? That's our bridge. Okay, the other one I want you to do, if he does this, okay, you might be here, your hands are on the outside. See how I collapse this, and I grab this, and I bridge him over. Okay, so you're two from the punch. He's punching, go ahead, keep punching, and I bridge. See how his hands came down? Or, come back, he's punching and I knee him, and his hands come, so I come up in here, and I grab a hand. And that's when I toss him over that way. Or, like I said, maybe my hands were outside. Okay, I'm gonna collapse that elbow, grab his head. I can even check this knee on the other side. I bridge and bump him with that. Okay? And he's pitching and you knee him in the ass. Boom. Okay? Now let's deal with, so hook that elbow. Good. Throw him off. Nope, you should have thrown him towards the elbow you had. Go ahead, start over. So if you grab that elbow, nope, grab that other elbow. Now throw him towards your left. Yes. And why do you choose that hand? Because that's the one you have control of that he can't post with. So he's punching and bridge. So he's leaning back right now. Somebody who's really punching you isn't going to be leaning back. And we can work with that lean back. But right now, Jason, I want you to think you're putting some weight on those punches. Boom, because he's going to go forward. Right? He's probably going to fall off completely from here. But go ahead, grab that elbow, collapse it, shoot him, bring him back. Right? Now here's the deal. That was for the sake of the drill, because he was so far that way. That's where you would do the, but we didn't do the shrimp yet, so we'll do a shrimp. But come on, scooch up again. Get in the center. Okay, did you both go? So who's next? Yep, somebody else. Yep. So you bridge, and he puts his hands down, shoot him off. Yeah, and you're going to do him again. Next one you're going to do it. Did you do the knee or the bridge that time?
I did the bridge.
Well, come on back on him.
The knee is here.
Yeah, you're going to do the knee.
And then the sweep, right?
Yep. And we will separate the escape, seeing how you guys are just doing one. Boom. So grab that elbow.
This one?
No, the same side one. Hug it into you and shoot him off to your left. Okay, good. Mark now. And we'll break down these three escapes a little more. Bridge, boom, right? That's right. Here's what happens. When he goes that far off, you want to keep going with that, right? I was going to teach that separate because it's already happening with this. You either want to accelerate that or shrimp yourself out. But when you see this guy was in your mount and he's got this one leg up, you keep pushing that leg and then shrimp yourself out. Okay, go ahead, next one in. Well, we'll separate these escapes, okay? So everybody went? So you guys, if I was going to teach that again, I would teach the bridge and the knee first, and then I would teach all the escapes from the hands down. So let's start with the escapes from the hands down. So Vinny. So I've already done whatever I've done with my punch, okay? Everybody did this one, okay? So the next one we're going to do, his hands are already down. We've already done this knee thing. If my hands are on the outside, see how that naturally collapses his elbow? And I grab his head, okay? I'm going to bridge and chuck him. And I'm hitting him with this too, right? Boom. Sorry. That's all right. Okay? Think you got it? Mark, come on up. So he's punching, whatever, and we knee him or we buck him, and he did this. Everybody did this last time, okay? Now we're going to do this. If my hands are on the outside, okay, I'm going to collapse his elbow down. See how it brings his head right to me? Okay? I can grasp my own hand. I'm going to bridge, and I pop him with that inside elbow too. Okay? Jason? So he's done his punching, and we did this, and he got his hand. See, this is a good one, because see how that kind of was where my hands were? You want to go wherever your hands are naturally. So if my hands are here, and I collapse this, look, see how it brings his head right to me? And I bump that way. And that gives me my quick stand. If we're grappling in class, I turn around to face him. Okay? Go ahead. Let's do that specific escape off of the punch. So he's punching, boom, 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 puts his hands down. Both your hands are outside. Bring your elbow, no, both your hands are outside. Give me this elbow. Put it slowly, slowly, slowly. No, get this hand out. Bring your elbow into his elbow. Boom. Now see how it brings, relax. Because see how it brings you to that? Go ahead. Yep, and then roll away. Good. So he punched, your hands are on the outside, use your elbow to his face. There you go. Good. It's pretty powerful, right? Even slow, you get to do it. Next guy down. Even going slow with this, how much of a workout is it? Especially when you're not used to this. Nope, now right here, blooper. Yep, give him that boop right in with the elbow, the inside slap. Boop, nope, right there. Smack him with the inside of that elbow. Yeah. Yep, one more.
I'm already here.
Boop. Nope, outside. Drop your elbow, clothesline his face. Yes. Collapse his elbow. Yeah, see how it's right there? As soon as you collapse his elbow, it brings his head. Because you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to reach his head. As soon as you collapse his elbow, his head comes right to your arm. Collapse that elbow, pop. Excellent. Okay, last one. For hitting him out. Vinny up here. So he's doing his punching, and you do your bridge or whatever, and this feels light. Look where I'm at. I take his knee, I take his armpit, I push him away. I'm just pushing him away and shrimping. That's really all I'm doing. Let me use the big guy. Right, and a lot of that depends. How far over did he go? I mean, if he went just to here, come right there, I'm not going to do that move, right? If he's over here, this feels pretty light to me. Right? I just give him a couple. I'm on his knee or his hip. I'm on his knee or his hip, and his armpit. Shrimp, shrimp. Why are you pushing? Pretty easy. Go ahead. So you got the punch. He's over there. Put one hand in his armpit, one hand on like his knee or his hip. Right, and shrimp yourself away while you do it. Yep. Right. So he went way off. Yep. Here's the deal. When you do it, we'll talk later on about how we learn. So in the beginning, you drill it. You do it, you do it, you do it, you do it. When you start getting bored of it, you probably remember it enough. Then we want to do a game we call flashcards, okay? So we're going to go through like 10 moves today, a few different escapes from every position. Once you feel like you know those, we do flashcards. I grab you in this position, you get out. I grab you in this position, you get out. I grab you in this position, you get out. I grab you in this position, you get out. How fast can you get out? Your partner's not fighting it, right? It's just flashcards. How fast can you remember what to do, okay? Then we do a game called rodeo, right? You grab in that position and you're like, no, I'm not going to let you have it, right? So, and because, you know, homie's not going to let you have it. Corn Pop's not going to let you have it, right? So when you're, you know, and people on the street like to do that isometric, just right? They'll tire themselves out, but sometimes you don't have time to deal with that, right? But you drill it until you think you own the moves, so you remember all the moves. Then you do flashcards, and that tells you how fast, what's your contact reflex. Oh, that's this move, I need to do this move, I need to do this move, I need to do this. Then you add the rodeo part where you say, yeah, well, screw you, I'm not letting you have it, right? When you're doing that, now you're rolling, you're sparring with jiu-jitsu. But a lot of schools, you go there and the first day, they're like, okay, let's roll. I had 6 friends at this other place I was teaching at. I was teaching the striking. 6 of my friends come in there and they all quit, same thing. Why'd you quit? Oh, dude, I'm in there, and they're like, okay, let's roll. What's roll? It's sparring with jiu-jitsu. I don't know any. You'll figure it out. No, you're not. You're not going to figure it out. You're just going to get crushed, you're going to hate it, and you're going to quit. Teach people these basics, you know, just how to survive down there, because at least if you have something to do, some type of plan, some idea what to do, you don't feel so hopeless. You know, now, they've got some guys over there who are Abu Dhabi competitors. That's the Super Bowl of Muay Thai. Those guys put me in side control. I know a whole lot of escapes in side control. They put me in side control. I'm in side control until they decide to do something else, right? They're just better at jiu-jitsu than me, right? But it's nice to have, you know, if it's your bad luck to get into a fight with a Brazilian jiu-jitsu Abu Dhabi champion, well, you know, tough luck. I hope you have good insurance, right? But, all right, let's finish up with this shrimp escape. Go. Everybody got to do this one?
I think
Mark did.
I think I'm the one who did it.
Okay. Zoop. There you go. Yep. Right. And if you don't get those, what's going to happen? He's going to come back to mount. Now he's going to be a little more ready for your bridge. So make that first one really count. Okay? Everybody got to go? There's another one I want to do, and something you guys got to make sure you're doing. When you're in the mount, look at my feet. You have to have your feet back. Do not have your feet off to the sides. Okay? So Vinny, I'm going to use you for this one. This one comes from the traditional jiu-jitsu. Because so something else I want to worry about here, why are we getting up, is, you know, we have multiple opponents. Something else I want you guys to think about when you're down here is weapons. Where do most people carry their weapons? On their belt. Well, I don't have access to my belt now. You know, now if I'm the neck knife, boot knife guy or something like that, what's around me? Rocks, whatever. But here, I could see him going for his weapon. So see how I took that away? Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my knee inside his wrist, and is your toes back? Yep. I'm going to shoot him. And I went real slow, and you went, right? Okay, mark up. So again, make sure your toes are back. Maybe he's going for a weapon, or maybe I just have this, okay? But I put my knee right into his wrist, and now I do a deadlift that way. Yep, so make sure toes are back. I have his wrist, right? Maybe I just had his wrist. Maybe he's going for his weapon. I don't know. I'm here, and I punch that. Okay? Go. That's one you won't see in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stuff. So grab his wrist. Now put your knee right up next to your own hand, and now deadlift him out. There you go. Pretty powerful, right? just want you to have a different option. There's a million, nope, grab the inside, there, switch your hand around. There you go. Yep. Good. Grab your other hand. Yeah, your other hand. Yeah. Put your knee in there. Deadlift him out.
That could be a rough ride.
Yeah. If your toe is out, that's your knee going bye-bye.
Put it out.
If your toe is off to the side, that's your knee gone. Right? So when you're in that mount, have your toes tucked. Some other things we do in traditional jiu-jitsu. Look at my back foot. We never do this. Right? Can I use you for a minute? So a traditional jiu-jitsu thing I would do is to stomp his knee to the ground. Yep, go down. I don't want to do it hard. And then I stomp on that. Right? So don't let that be an accident that could happen.